Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of Star Wars The Bad Batch here on the Arena Productions on our Star Wars Republic show, our show about all things Star Wars. I'm your host Expat, and of course, this is going to be a spoiler-filled episode. So if you have not seen Season 2, Episode 13, titled Pabu, please go and check it out over on Disney+. Then come back and watch our episode, because I'm going to be throwing spoilers out throughout this episode in this recap of Season 2, Episode 3 of The Bad Batch. Episode 13, I'm sorry. So, Season 2, Episode 13 of The Bad Batch. So anyway, with that said, let's go ahead and get to the first image and get into the episode. Okay, so here in this first episode, in the first image here, I should say, in Episode 13 of Season 2, you've got Phee and Omega. They're doing some kind of a business deal. They're, Phee is trying to get this artifact, and obviously, they're using their negotiation skills. And obviously, Omega, she's got the money box or whatever it is there. But of course, these guys that they're doing business with tried to kill Phee. Obviously those worm type of things that were coming up to her, those were similar to the worms that were in episode 2, Attack of the Clones. But anyway, Hunter is able to take those out, and he's able to kill along with Rek and Tech, able to help out with Phee. And Omega, she starts to fight as well. And Phee, later on, she tells her that your fighting skills have improved. So basically praising her a lot. But she needs to learn more skills and to make more friends and all. So anyway, they get out of another jam, and let's get to the next image here. So obviously they're taking off, and back on the ship, Sid contacts them for not carrying out their mission. She's really pissed off at them. She's really angry. And basically the fact that they cut ties with her. And so she basically threatens Hunter and the others about the consequences of not carrying out her missions. But, they're really pretty much done with her. I mean, this is it. So Phee kind of is like, she's on the ship with them, and she's wondering what we're going to do next. And so she decides to take them to Pabu, which is an island planet, and shows them the Archeum. So the artifact that she was able to get in this negotiation as they fought their way out, she wanted to put it in the Archeum, because the Archeum basically has lots of artifacts from all around the galaxy. And so we're going to get to Pabu here in this next image. So anyway, obviously they're making it to Pabu, and Phee is telling them a little bit about the planet and is about the Archeum. And in the next image here that I will show you, obviously Pabu is a very beautiful island-based planet here, and Phee is like trying to tell them that, hey, you need to get some R&R, so this is the kind of like the best place for it. So in the next image here, we get to see the mayor of Pabu, Shep Hazard, and he has a young daughter, Lyana. And it's interesting how he tells them, hey, you're going to come and have a feast with us. We're going to wine, we're going to dine you. And obviously Omega and Lyana go off and start playing. So it's interesting, because Phee was talking, about how Omega needs to make friends. And Lyana basically tells Omega that Phee had never brought her friends here before, and so she was surprised at that, and not even Sid. So yeah, she was definitely surprised at that. And anyway, the Shep tells the Hunter and the crew to come to dinner, and they have this big feast and all, and obviously Wreck is drinking his way into into a stupor, and of course he's eating a lot as well, and they're having a great time. So let's get to the next image. So in this next image, obviously, Omega and Lyana, uh, they go around the village there on the island, and of course, Lyana wants to take Omega out on a boat, and they go out on this boat. And in the meantime, Shep is, giving Hunter and them a tour as well. And Hunter is interested in the fact that, the Empire hasn't found this place yet. And then, of course, the mayor was saying that this island planet here has limited resources, but if the Empire were to find us, we would handle things the best we can. So anyway, they get the tour, and it's interesting in this image here how Omega really loves the scenery here. As you can see, the sunset on this beautiful island planet, and she tries to tell Lyana that she comes from a planet that has a lot of water as well, of course, on Camino, but Camino is it's constantly cloudy and rainy on Camino, and so the you don't see beautiful sunsets on Camino like you do here. So she was really excited for this, and but in their conversation, it's interesting that she tells Lyana that she really has never stayed in one place for a particular long period of time. She's gone here and there, never staying in one place for a long period. And then she also tells Lyana here that the Empire had destroyed her home, and Lyana tries to comfort her by saying, "Hey, you can all stay here. You can stay here with us." And so anyway, let's get on to the next image here. So obviously, this is when the tremors start to come, the earthquakes start to happen at the end of the feast there. The mayor was trying to comfort Hunter and the crew by saying, "Oh, this is these are just small tremors. They happen once in a while." But Hunter wasn't having it. He said, "No, this is worse. This is something isn't right, and there's probably another one coming." And there was another big tremor, which obviously was dangerous for Omega and Lyana on the boat. And obviously here in this image here, they get to the shore area because the waves had whipped them out, and Lyana was knocked out but able to get back up after this, and they were able to run, and Hunter was able to get the ship and pick them up. But then next, of course, is the big tsunami that comes. And this episode really hit close to home to me, because out here living in Japan, I remember 2011 and March of 2011. We just had the anniversary recently of the earthquake and tsunami in the Tohoku region, of course, and of course the Fukushima nuclear plant also being damaged. So I mean, the tsunami waves over in the Tohoku area, like in Iwate, were pretty high, just like in this image here, and it just wiped out the whole seaside area, basically, and which it did in this episode of Pabu. So all of the lower areas of the island were just basically wiped out, but luckily all of the locals and the people were able to get to high ground with the help of Phee and with the help of Tech and Rec, of course. And so we move on to close to the end of the episode here, where all of the people, all of the villagers there were on the higher ground, and basically they had lost their homes. And it's like, what do we do now? And of course, then at the end of the episode, we have the mayor talking with Hunter and Tech and Rec here, and it's almost like they become Peace Corps members now, where Hunter decides, okay, we'd like to stay here for a while and help you rebuild. And of course, the mayor is obviously happy with that and wants them to stay there. and to help out. So that's where the episode ends. Yeah, it was a lot kind of a filler episode than last week's episode with Crosshair, obviously, but I just don't know where it's going to go from here. It's interesting. Are they going to stay on Pabu for a great deal of time and help to rebuild the island? It's going to be interesting to see what they do, and how things move forward. Maybe the Empire is going to show up there. I don't know. Obviously, the cloners are still probably looking for Omega, and so most likely they're going to show up there to try to take her away. We shall see. But anyway, yeah, it was a nice episode, and a lot of beautiful scenery. Pabu, beautiful island planet there. Of course, the tragedy at the end there. Luckily, most of the villagers were able to survive and to get up to high ground and all, and so they're going to be helping rebuild. But anyway, let us know in the comments what you thought of Pabu and what you think is going to happen in the remainder of the season. I'm interested to see what you all have to say. And of course, this episode is a little bit late. I apologize for getting this up a little bit late. I had some other things going on, but yeah, the next episode, episode 14, should be recorded on its regular schedule. So anyway, we hope you enjoyed this, and look forward to the next recap episode for episode 14 of the Bad Batch later this coming week here on the Arena Productions and Star Wars Republic, our show about all things Star Wars. And of course, we have an ad-free version of this episode up on our Patreon. So please come and check out all of our content over on Patreon. We have, of course, every bit of content is ad-free, as well as exclusive content over there as well. So yeah, think about becoming a patron and supporting us over there on Patreon. So anyway, I've been your host, Expat. Take care, and we hope to catch you in the next one. So yes, may the Force be with you. Peace out.